Hello, movie likers. Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing you guys my new Blu-ray Tuesday shopping guide and reviews for October 13th, 2020. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Remember, you can find affiliate links to purchase these movies down in the description below. And I figured I should say movie likers, because maybe you don't love movies, maybe you just like them. So let's get into the video this week, guys. First up, we have the Friday the 13th collection releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart $129.99 and Target $132.99. Now, I did already get this one, and I posted an unboxing of it. I did forget to bring it with me, so I can't show it to you guys, but I did post an unboxing of that already. If you guys like to check that out, just search for Friday the 13th on my channel. It is a cool box set. $130 is a little steep, but you know, you're looking at a little over $10 a movie, so it's not too bad overall for a really nice set. The video for that unboxing probably didn't do as good as I would have liked. It's only sitting around 500 and some views. But everybody and their mother got one, and they ordered it, and they got the early, you know, so there's been so many unboxings. So maybe 500 is pretty good considering all the competition on that video. But I don't know, I would like to see it hit 1,000 easily, but what can you do, you know? So next up is Batman Death in the Family. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Best Buy $17.99, Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Target $19.99. Now this one is not getting a DVD release, and I kind of wonder if maybe it has something to do with just the overall size of the video. So Warner Brothers did send me a copy of Batman Death in the Family for review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Batman Death in the Family on my channel. Now this was an interesting kind of movie. What they did was you can kind of choose your path. So you see the story, and then it's like Robin dies, Robin lives, or Batman saves Robin. Those are your first three choices. And the first time I did, Robin dies, and then you get like more story, but it's like Batman telling the story. It's not really like happening. It's like just Batman narrating the story, and there's all this stuff that happens, and then it ends. And the second time I tried Batman saves Robin, and then you get a completely different story from there. And then that one branched out to I can't remember what they were, and then I chose one of those, and then that one branched out. And so you have all these different options to watch these different versions of the story. And you know, I mean, these Batman animated movies, they're all good. I definitely enjoyed the story of what I watched. I didn't watch all the branches. I don't even know how many there are, but after a certain point I was like, okay, I feel like I've watched enough. I don't want to keep rewatching this movie and different things happen, and then it gets a little confusing because you're watching different versions of the same movie basically. It is nice they do have, once you finish the story, it goes back to all the choices, and you can go to that section and do a different choice, so you don't have to like start the movie over and then do the choices. You can go back to the original choice or any choice after that, and then pick one of the other choices and see the different story that would come from that. So this is an interesting idea. I'm not sure how I feel necessarily about it, because like I said, it's like too many different options. If you like just wanted to watch the movie once and you pick the option, and you know, you pick whatever options you want along the way, and then maybe, you know, a month later or something, you're like, okay, I'll try it again, different option. That's not a bad idea, like to try to just go through and watch all the options at once. I don't even know how much time it would take, because I spent, I would say, hour and a half with just a couple of the options, rewatching them. So definitely interesting, but I'm just not totally sold on this idea. But I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just not sure how I feel. But I did like the movie for the options I watched. Again, we'll be reviewing different movies basically. But I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. You know, it was Batman and Robin, and it was fun from what I saw, and definitely an interesting concept. Next up is The Doorman. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy $14.99, and Target $19.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon $12.96, Best Buy $13.99, Target $15.99, and Walmart no listing. Now Lionsgate did send me over a copy of The Doorman for review. This one has Ruby Rose and John Reno, and this one is about Ruby Rose's character She was like in the Marines, and there was some sort of attack, and I wasn't sure if she quit. Like, it seemed like she quit, I guess. And now she became a doorman at this building, and it's just such a stupid idea for like this ex-Marine to become a doorman, and it's like, okay, so I go with it. So the action in the beginning, you know, she's a soldier and there's like shooting, but everything just seems kind of awkward. Like, she doesn't seem to fit the part. And there's a lot of action in this movie, and even though they do like a lot of quick cuts and, you know, the camera flying all over the place, it still just looks bad. Like, it doesn't look very realistic. You can tell they're stopping extremely short on all the punches, and it just isn't well choreographed. Like, again, I don't think she's exactly particularly experienced in these kind of movies with a lot of action and fighting and stuff. So anyway, she's a doorman at this building, and these guys decide to rob the building. There's a little more to it, but I'm not going to get into that because that's the whole story of the movie, why they're robbing this building. And they don't know that she's going to be there. She's not supposed to be there. It's, is it Easter or Thanksgiving? I think it must be Easter, right? Easter weekend, and there's like everybody's leaving because they're remodeling the building. But one family is staying, or two families are staying, or whatever, and one of them invites her to come over for dinner. I won't get into why. There's a whole story behind it, but they invite her over for dinner, and so then she, of course, has to John McClane the situation and just kind of save the day and take out all the bad guys and whatnot. Like I said, guys, it's kind of just really awkward, and it doesn't feel like she's really experienced for the part, and a lot of the dialogue is pretty cheesy, and then overall the movie is just pretty average. There's this one hilarious scene that I laughed so hard at. If you guys watch it, you'll probably know what it is, but the movie was all right. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Next up is Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite, and this one's releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Amazon and Walmart 1996, Best Buy and Target 1999. Also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of Cats and Dogs 3 Paws Unite for review, and I post an unboxing of this. If you'd like to check that out, just search for Cats and Dogs on my channel. Now, it's a little tough to go into this and review this, guys, because obviously this movie is primarily aimed towards a much younger audience than me, but I went into it. I actually watched this one with my daughter, and, you know, it's about... and I never saw the first two, but for some reason or somehow they created this alliance between the cats and the dogs, and somebody has broke the alliance, and now all the cats and dogs are not getting along, and people are tired of cats and dogs, and so they start getting all these other pets instead. And there's this group called Fart, or was the computer was called Fart, or I can't remember what it was, and they're kind of trying to figure out what's going on and save the day, and they're kind of like spies. At the same time, they also have this story about these two young teenagers. The girl, she wants to be a writer or a musician, and the boy, he's like a tennis player, and his mom's like always really pressuring him to be the best tennis player ever. So this area of the story, I think, is a little more probably enjoyable for a little bit older audience. I honestly found myself laughing a ton at this movie, just how ridiculous everything was, what they would have the pets do. I mean, obviously the pets, they didn't do a lot of acting. It was mostly all just CGI added on to the pets, but like the stuff they were doing, it was just so ridiculous. I couldn't help but laugh. Overall, the story, though, I wasn't too impressed with it. Like I said, the story about the kids was more interesting than the story about the cats and the dogs. I give this movie a 2.5, guys. Like, I think it's mainly meant for younger children. But like I said, it did have some funny stuff in it. Next up is Broil. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Best Buy $17.99, Target $19.99, and Walmart no listing. Also releasing on a DVD. Amazon $12.96, Best Buy $14.99, Target $16.59, and Walmart no listing. Now, Wellgo USA did send me over a copy of Broil for review. Now, I've not posted an unboxing of this, guys. I tried to edit my unboxing the other day, realized I didn't have the intro recorded, so I'll be posting that pretty soon on this one. Now, this one was a bit strange, and I feel like they really kind of, to try to keep the audience guessing, they kind of made the story a little confusing, but I feel like unnecessarily. Like, I don't think it was something that they had to make as confusing as it was. And at one point, I don't know if I missed something, but they did a flashback, and I was just like, huh, what? I was so confused what was going on. And then I realized it was a flashback, and I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know if I missed the clue that it was a flashback or there wasn't one or what happened there. But basically, this family wants to break away from the family, and it's a little confusing exactly what's going on. And they're doing some harvest thing, and they have to wait. Like the head of the family agrees he'll let them out if they give over their firstborn daughter, and they kind of make it all out to be like they're vampires. And I don't know. In the end, I'm not sure exactly what they were, but the next year they hire this guy to poison their dad, or the head of the family. I don't know if he was really their dad. I guess he was somebody's dad, but they want to poison him, and so they hire this guy. And to me, this was like the most confusing part. Like, I didn't understand the cook and his boss. Like, that whole thing, I didn't get. Like, I was like, they were purposely making it hard to get. Like, I don't know. But so then there's this kind of almost like a mystery kind of thing going on. And overall, guys, I thought the movie was very interesting. Like, it was definitely an interesting story. I like the characters. And the end, too, it was a little odd and confusing. You know, they do that thing where they kind of reveal at the end what happened. And I don't know, there were a couple things I didn't really get. But I think it's an interesting movie. Definitely a different kind of take on vampires. And definitely, I think, a pretty good one to check out, you know, especially during this spooky season. I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is Space Ghost and Dino Boy, the complete series. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Walmart, $24.96, Best Buy and Target no listing. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of Space Ghost and Dino Boy, the complete series, for review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you like, check that out. Just search for Space Ghost on my channel. Now, I think this was about 20 episodes, but it's set up so that they're like shorts for each episode. So you have 3 roughly 7.5 minute episodes in each one. You know, so it's like a 7-minute Space Ghost and a 7-minute Dino Boy and a 7-minute Space Ghost sandwiched in. And so you just kind of have these real short stories. And Space Ghost, like, I love the look and the voice acting and the effects and the music, and it just reminds me so much of the classic Hanna-Barbera, and you know, it reminds me a lot of the look of Scooby-Doo. And I really like Space Ghost. Like, it was really good. Basically, what happened in Space Ghost is there's this character named Space Ghost, and there was like this young boy and young girl, or young man and young woman. I don't know how old they were, and a monkey, and they were all kind of this team, and there would be all these, you know, evil alien people they had to fight, and you know, it was good enough. And then Dino Boy, I wasn't quite as much into. For some reason, this kid falls into this prehistoric jungle or something, and he meets a caveman, and they become friends, and they get into their own hijinks. And he has like a pet brontosaurus, and it like sounds just like Scooby-Doo and makes a lot of the same noises. I'm guessing it's the same person that voiced him. I just didn't care for the Dino Boy as much, but I do like the show. It's no Scooby-Doo, but I did enjoy it for sure. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Next up is Seized. This one is releasing on a DVD. Amazon $12.96, Target $12.99, Best Buy $13.99, and Walmart no listing. Lionsgate did send over a copy of Seized for review, and I gotta say, guys, this is definitely my surprise movie of the week. It does have Scott Adkins, and if you guys aren't familiar with him, he's kind of like more into these action movies, you know, like a Van Damme or something along those lines, where he's kind of doing a lot of fighting and martial arts and such, and of course shooting too. And it's kind of like, when I was watching it, I was kind of thinking like a John Wick character for this one. So what happens is he gets drugged and his kid gets kidnapped, and he's in Mexico, and this guy like calls him, and he's like, oh, you gotta go do whatever I say or we'll kill your kid. And he has to put on like this bulletproof vest that has a camera so they can see everything he's doing. And basically they send him on these missions to go kill like cartel drug leaders and I don't know, just people from the cartels. And he doesn't really have a choice, or they'll kill his son. And you know what? The action in this one was really good. And the acting was pretty good. I mean, it's not a AAA title, but you know, for what it is, definitely good acting. I feel like they did a pretty good job too, because, you know, it's probably not like a super high budget on this one, but they did well. You know, it does have a lot of digital effects that don't go real well for selling what they're going for, but I understand they did a good job on that with this one. And overall, guys, I did enjoy the story quite a bit, and Scott Adkins was good. You know, he did some real good combat and hand-to-hand fighting and stuff in this one. I gave this a 3 out of 5, guys. It's definitely an enjoyable kind of action, but, you know, it's a generic story that we've seen a million times, but definitely worth checking out. Next up is Grant. This is a mini-series releasing on DVD. Amazon and Walmart, $9.96. Best Buy and Target, $9.99. Now, I did just get this one on Saturday. I forgot to bring it with me. I haven't got to check it out yet, so hopefully I'll be reviewing that one next week. Next week's going to be insane again, guys, so hopefully I'll get that review up for you guys next week. I'm not sure how long it is, but even if the episodes are 45 minutes, I mean, they'll be a little over 2 hours, so it's not terrible. Next up is Vikings Season 6, Volume 1, releasing on a Blu-ray. Best Buy, $22.99. Amazon, Target, and Walmart, $24.99. Also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart, $19.96. Best Buy and Target, $19.99. Now, Warner Brothers did send me over a copy of Vikings Season 6, Volume 1 for review. Now, this is a MGM title, so I believe that's why it's being distributed by Warner Brothers now. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was Warner Brothers in the past. Now, I haven't seen seasons 1 through 5, so it's a little tough to go into this and really have a firm grasp on the characters and the show. So I'm just going to be talking about what I thought about this season. So yeah. So I'm terrible with names, and to be honest, these guys all have Viking names, and so I probably can't even say them right, and I'm not going to remember them. Basically, Bjorn has taken over the shipping colony, or I don't know what it's called exactly, but he takes that over, and he wants to be the new ruler of all of Norway, and he's kind of like trying to be a man of the people, and he wants to stop all the different Vikings from fighting each other. At the same time, Ivar, he's traveling, and this other guy, Prince Oleg, he picks him up, and he's like, who are you, and what are you doing? And he doesn't trust him. But then they seem to almost become friends, but then Ivar doesn't leave, and I was just kind of a little confused. Like, he just seems to be hanging out with him forever. I couldn't figure out if he was holding him against his will, or if he wanted to be there, or what was going on with that exactly. And then Lagertha, I don't think I'm saying that right, but anyways, she wants to quit fighting too, and so she kind of leaves Kattegat behind, and she starts like her own little farm, and buries her sword, but that doesn't last long, and she has to get back into fighting again. Now, I know, guys, I'm probably confusing you even more just trying to describe what it's about, but I really enjoyed this show, guys. Like, it was such a great production on this, some really great cinematography and locations, and very well acted, very interesting story, a lot of action. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Next up is El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. This one's releasing on Steelbook only, I believe. I'm a little confused on this release. Like, why is it getting only a Steelbook? But I believe it's only a Steelbook, and it will include Blu-ray and DVD. Best Buy, $27.99. Amazon and Target, $31.49. And Walmart, no listing. Next up is District 9. I love this movie, guys. It is releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Best Buy, $22.99, Target $24.49, and Walmart $26.80. Best Buy will have an exclusive 4K Steelbook, which will include 4K Blu-ray and digital for $27.99. Next up is Motel Hell. This is releasing on a Shout Factory Steelbook and will include Blu-ray. Amazon and Best Buy $22.99, Target $24.99, and Walmart $29.98. Now, I did pre-order that one, guys, but I believe it's not supposed to be here till like maybe Thursday or something. So hopefully soon. I haven't even posted all of last week's Steelbook unboxings, and I don't think I've posted all the week before's. I'm trying, guys, but I'll post an unboxing of that when I can. Next up is Mallrats, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all $27.99. Now, guys, before I end the video, I have a few previous releases to review for you guys. I'm still trying to get caught up. I got a bunch of stuff sent at the end of September or the beginning of October that I'm just struggling to get caught up on. So first up, guys, Dark Sky Films sent over the Honeymoon Phase 4 review. I did post an unboxing of this. If you like, check that out. Just search for the Honeymoon Phase on my channel. Now, this movie was about this young couple who want to join this experiment so that they can make $50,000, and they're just in it for the money, and they're not really married, and they're just pretending. But I think they're kind of like in love or whatever. So they get in this thing, and they're like put in this house, and they're gonna test them to see like what makes true love or what makes love last or something along those lines. But right away, of course, things just seem to go south and they don't really seem right. And they do this kind of thing where the woman almost seems like she's going crazy. Like she just keeps telling him he's different and he's like, you're crazy. And they kind of do this thing where they're like pitting him against each other, but you're not sure who's right. Like you're trying to figure out, is he something up with him? Is something up with her? What's going on? And it ends up being they're actually doing this different experiment than what they really say they're doing. Now, I love the two main characters. I thought they did such a good job. The main guy, I don't know what his name is, but like he did such a good job of kind of playing that, straight and crazy, like flipping it on and off. And I enjoyed this movie, guys. It was pretty good. It had a little bit of strange ending. Not in a bad way, but just a little strange. I enjoyed this one quite a bit, guys. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good kind of thriller, love story, kind of. Next up, Lionsgate sent over The Secret Dare to Dream for review, and I did post an unboxing of this. If you like, check that out. Just search for The Secret Dare to Dream on my channel. Now, this one, of course, stars Katie Holmes, and in it, she is a struggling mother of 2. How many kids did she have? 2, right? So you're like blanking on how many kids she had. But their dad died, and she's been struggling financially and trying to keep everything going. And she just seems to really have a lot of stuff like dumping on her. The storm comes and messes up their house. She needs to have dental surgery. There's just all this stuff. Her car's breaking down, and she doesn't have any money, and she can't really kind of stretch it. Now, at the same time, she's also dating Jerry O'Connell, who seems to actually be kind of well off. But they do kind of play up pretty quick into the movie that maybe things aren't quite like lovey-dovey, like they're kind of dating, but he's also her boss, and she's not sure if she really wants to pursue the relationship any further with him. Now, this guy comes and he has a message for her, but the storm comes and he's got like an envelope and he puts it in the mailbox gets blown away, and it kind of loses the message, and she ends up actually rear-ending him, and of course just adding to her frustration. But he agrees to help her fix her car, and then he's kind of hanging out, and I didn't feel like they really made this out to be a romance, like almost like implying if a man helps a woman, it's because he's interested in her sexually. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily more than 99% true, but so these things keep happening, and he keeps helping out, but he's got a little more that he's hiding because of this note. And at the same, like, you don't really know what the note's about. You don't find out till the end, and you don't know if like what he's hiding exactly. And I don't know. I found the ending to be a little corny. I don't want to get into it because you guys probably want to watch it. But let's just say if you had Jerry O'Connell, there'd be no other man for you. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this movie, guys. Like, it was definitely a good story, great characters. I felt like it was one of those ones where it was going to be like super preachy, and like I kept feeling like it was on the tip of their tongue, like they just wanted to say, like, oh, be a good Christian, but like they never did. And I can respect that. Like I can definitely respect preaching, being a good person, a helpful person, being kind to others. And you don't necessarily need religion to tell you to do that. And I don't know if that's what they were going for in this movie or not, but that's what I kind of got. Like, being positive and spreading positivity to others is a good thing to do in this life. And, we all have the power to do that. So it was a pretty good movie, guys. I gave it 3.5 out of 5. Last thing this week, guys. GVN Releasing sent over Guilt for review. I did post an unboxing of this one. If you'd like to check it out, just search for Guilt on my channel. Now, this one was a little strange, a little bit interesting, about this woman who was kind of like a vigilante, basically. And at first she was kind of tracking down these sexual predators, men that had sexually abused children, and she felt like their sentences were too lenient or whatever, and so she would track them down and kill them. And I was like, okay. But then she tracks down this woman, and at first she's just kind of going on about how she had abused her children, physically abused her children, and I was like, okay, so she's going to go after anybody who abuses children. But then it ended up being like this woman also was selling children as sex slaves or helping her boyfriend do it or whatever. And so I was like, okay. And I don't know if this is giving away too much, but I was just confused. Like, she finds out that one of the guys she killed wasn't really guilty, that the kid who basically came up with the story was lying and it wasn't true, and he hadn't actually sexually abused him. And she seemed for a second to almost be like moved by it, like it was really affecting her. And I was like, okay, that's the guilt. She feels guilty because she killed this guy and he never actually did anything. But that seemed to pass real quick. Like, she didn't dwell on it. She's like, whatever, I'll just go kill somebody else. You know, it didn't really seem to bother her that much. So in the end, I was confused at what the guilt was. Like, I was just, okay, she's gonna keep doing what she's doing. And then, you know, they're catching on to her and she's got to escape. And overall, guys, I like this movie. I do feel like it's slowed down quite a bit in a few parts, and you know, I think some of that they should have cut out for sure. Like a lot of the stuff where she was at work, it just wasn't that important to the story. But like I said, guys, interesting movie. I give this one a 3 out of 5. It's definitely one to at least give a chance and check out. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I did forget to post a giveaway this week, guys. I still have a bunch of stuff I have to give away, but I just completely forgot. So maybe I'll do 2 this week or something this for over this next week. I don't know, but I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys have seen any of these movies, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you plan on picking any of them up, let me know down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, check the videos, and for more movie news, check my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.